What's up, everybody? So Barbarian is out. I just saw it. There's a lot to talk about. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining the Glad Horror channel, the best horror channel here on YouTube. So I saw Barbarian a few days ago, and I had to take a day to process it and kind of get my reaction to everything. Now this review will be no spoilers at all, okay? I'm going to tread very lightly here. Before I get started into the actual meat and potatoes of the review, I will say this. If you watch the trailer and you think you know what's going to happen, you don't, which is beautiful. I just talked about in The Invitation how they gave everything away in the movie, in the trailer. And this was the reverse of that. This was a great way, an excellent way to advertise a movie, because the trailer alone was intriguing. The trailer alone had myself and a lot of people that I've talked to want to go see this movie, without knowing anything else about it. When you get into this movie, it's bonkers. It is absolutely nuts of a movie. I can't say yet if it was really good or bad. I will say this: it's a must watch. You've got to see it just because it's so bananas. And the acting's well done, but it's one of those movies that keeps you guessing. And lately in horror, we don't get that all the time. We don't get a lot of guessing. We'll get to a certain point throughout the movie and feel like we haven't figured it out. At least I do. And because I've seen so many, so they become formulaic over time that you can kind of almost see things coming before they happen. This one was a breath of fresh air. When I first watched this, the night I watched it, I posted on my Facebook page, I said, WTF, like, what the hell did I just watch? Because that's how you're gonna feel when it's over. That's how you're gonna feel when it's over. It is just it's a very unique, very all the way out there movie, but in the best way possible. Horror is not straight up and down. There's multiple ways to scare someone, multiple ways to make somebody feel something. And one of the underrated forms in horror that's not used as much is just making an uncomfortable feeling from start to finish. That's what this movie did. Every single scene was uncomfortable. Something happened. Now, it also went a wave of emotions as well too. There were some funny parts in it. There were some horrific parts in it. But overall, you felt uncomfortable because you didn't know what happened next. And I will say this: this is, you can see this in the trailer, is a part that involves a dungeon, like a deep cave of sorts. I will say that it was very creepy. The setting for that was very well done. When I watch movies, I like to put myself in the perspective of the people in the movie, and I could not imagine walking that hallway the way that it looked. They did a really good job of using the setting as the villain just as much as the rest of the movie, the actual villain was in this movie. And it's hard to really see. There's a lot of villains in this movie. That's a good thing. There's more than one villain in this movie. That's one thing I will say, that it's a very, very, well, I'll say it now. It's a good movie. It took me some time to really process it, and I'm thinking this through as I'm talking to you guys, because I did one video where I pre-wrote out what I wanted to say, and it didn't come out good. So I don't do that anymore. I come right off the cuff with what I'm thinking when I'm doing my review. And yes, I'll say it was a good movie because I remember a lot of pieces of it today. I remember feeling very uncomfortable when I watched it. I remember feeling a myriad of emotions throughout, whereas you don't get that in a lot of horror movies. This was a sleeper. This one, I didn't expect it to be what it was, because the trailer made you think that it was very obvious what was going on. Not the case. And that's the best kind of trailer you want to do because you want to keep the audience guessing. You don't want to give all your high points of a movie away in a 2-minute trailer. And this one didn't do it. On the contrary, it gave away nothing. It gave away nothing of what was actually going on. The movie's really good. If you're on the fence on whether or not you should see it, check out Barbarian. I need to see it again to fully grasp the everything on it, because it was a lot to take in, because it was so all over the place, but it was all over the place in the best way. Now, it's not perfect. There were a lot of plot holes in this movie and a lot of things that unanswered questions that I would have liked to see answered. But you know, that's a nitpick, and I'm not really here to nitpick. My job for you is to tell you whether or not you should go see it, and if you haven't already, you should go see Barbarian. If you have, I'm curious as to what you think. Did you feel like I felt when I left, and just completely confused, thought it was horrible because it was just so all over the place, or were you immediately like, that movie was great? Because it had to take, again, it took me some time to fully wrap my head around everything and kind of unpack it all to find its greatness in it. And compared to it's something new and fresh, which in horror we don't get a lot of new and fresh. So I enjoyed it a lot. Again, if you have seen it, I want to know in the comments what you thought. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, come back to this video and let me know whether it was good, whether you agree with me or not. I want to see it again. But anyway, that's my video, guys. Not too long today. If you're new here, this is the Glad's Horror Channel, the best horror channel here on YouTube. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you're returning to my channel, thank you very much. I very much appreciate your support, because all your comments, your likes, your views all help grow this channel, and I'm trying to make this channel the biggest horror channel that it can be. So thank you guys very much. I'll see you guys next time.